Hello, I'm Stephen Mason, and I am back with Ludo Carl himself, and we're about to watch Running Man, and we've both just been laughing at. We've paused it at just as the horse is coming on the screen, so just as foot and mouth happens there. Now, this is me revisiting the podcast. I'm up for revisiting a lot of the podcasts I've done. Running Man has done really well. I did it just over a year ago. It's creeping up to nearly 2,000 views, which is awesome. And me and Carl have both bought the steelbook recently. So we're going to revisit Running Man as a podcast, aren't we, Carl?
We are indeed. Can't wait, 'cause I haven't seen it, even with the Blu-ray. It's been sitting on my shelf, so I'm glad to do it in this kind of format so we can kind of analyse it as we go along.
Well, that's cool. Well, we're meant to do Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Paul Ray at 6 o'clock, but Paul Ray's in bed with a hot water bottle and some porridge. So, yeah, we're doing the Running Man instead. So, I'm going to press play. 3, 2, 1.
Play.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm coming towards the screen on a horse.
Oh, I wish he was riding that horse. That would be the intro to any film.
So this is really cool. So this is the first podcast we've done together since Total Recall. So that's pretty cool. We've been doing Labyrinth, and we've done a few more, haven't we? So.
Yeah, because we've done quite a nicely amount. It's all like within a rough era of itself. I mean, this is 1987, so we're coming to the end of the 80s again. I think a lot of our films have been late 80s.
Oh yeah. These are ambitious fucking title screens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, adventurous. Yeah.
Now the Running Man.
Computer game.
Well, the Running Man to me personally was one of the films of Schwarzenegger I'd seen around that time. Especially if you look at Predator and this. So, like, I was never a big Red Heat or Raw Deal or Conan the Barbarian. I hadn't a fucking clue what was going on with Red Sonja, if it was a Conan movie or not. But again, like, if you would say Arnold Schwarzenegger's era, this would be up there for Predator for most watched film of Schwarzenegger for me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I totally agree with you with the Raw and stuff like that. It never really found its way on my radar, especially given the fact that, like, Arnie was on my screen a lot when we were growing up. It felt like him and Stallone were the only action guys, and then every now and again you got a Van Damme. So it's interesting. I think it just comes down to, what pops up in the time. But this one definitely resonates with me as a kid. This is definitely a rental.
Now, some of the helicopter shots here are actually from King Kong, you know.
Is that right?
Because they're obviously just sitting on their bloody sound stick. Aye, just a few, aye. It'd be fucking amazing if King Kong was in the background there by mistake.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I wasn't... As I say, the steelbook's really nice, but one of the main reasons I wanted the Blu-ray... It's got 2 new commentaries added onto it, which is really cool. And like Rob Conan has went on to do stuff. Well, he created the Fast and Furious franchise, hasn't he? He's done Triple X. He's done stuff like Dragonheart. He's done some really big movies. But he was the producer of this, and he sits down and talks on it, and it's quite controversial because they actually fired the director after the first day of filming. They also replaced the original director, which is George P. Cosmatos, whatever you want to call him. And we end up with one of Starsky and Hutch directing it, who had obviously done a lot of TV, but he had came in just to shoot and chop, you know what I mean? The production was already set there. But it was made its money mainly by selling Arnold Schwarzenegger at this time. Like, they made all the money through the Cannes Film Festival for distribution, so about 18 million, I think it was.
Right, that's quite a lot for the time. I mean, even when you think about what was going on, yeah.
Well, as well, Rob Conan didn't know that Richard Benchley was Stephen King as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember reading that when I was looking up some facts about this the other day, and I thought that was quite an interesting one, that, because, I mean, like I say, it's like, would have been quite a light bulb moment of going, oh shit, Stephen King, you know, and I imagine it being quite interesting for him.
Discount Richard O'Brien there. Jim Brown. There's a lot of like actors in this. I mean, Jesse Ventura's back. I mean, this is the year. Is this the year before Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jesse Ventura's in here again. I mean, fuck me, man. Just imagine walking around with that on your shoulder. Me and you couldn't carry that.
And I say one of those things where it's like, what would it look like if Arnie carried a big steel girder? Arnie, pick that up for a second, and you would have like done something really stupid like that, and it would have been a shot that I thought, yeah, let's go with it.
Professor fucking Taru, he's been in a few things as well. Sub-Zero.
Yeah. You see, it's one of those, like that era, though, isn't it, where you're going to get these faces and names are going to pop up, and you'll be like, yeah, no, that's him from such and such.
It's just there. Richard Dawson's obviously got name checked as Killian. Richard Dawson, obviously big in America for being game show host, so they cast him in it, you know what I mean? So that's why I think he's very authentic, but again, it's futuristic, but again, well, I mean, we're not. I mean, again, we should have done this last. Oh, did I do this last year? Because it's actually set in 2019.
No, this is this film.
Yeah, it's set
in 2017.
Huh?
This film's set in 2017.
They're not 19.
Well, in the text at the beginning, it definitely said 2017.
All right, no, fair enough then. But still, they've got a bit close. I mean, reality TV has gone out the fucking window, but
yeah, totally, yeah. I think yeah, because wasn't it like the internet like flooded with here's what we thought the future looked like when it was 2017.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think technology definitely there, but now that guy is obviously famous for being in Aliens. The other guy, I've never seen anything else, but he's got such a weird name, him.
I was going to say his face was like what kind of shook me there for a second. It must be Alien. But,
yeah.
I'm terrible for name, but when I see a face, I'll be like, yep, I know that.
Oh, it begins with Y and ends with T. He's got quite a strange name. It's like Yapup or something like that. Ooh.
So apparently this film was responsible for the classic American Gladiators. It was something that was apparently set up after this film was released.
Well,
a little bit more interactive and more active with the game show and stuff like that.
I don't remember anyone mentioning it on the two commentaries I listened to, because both commentaries are new and them reflecting about when it was made. I always find commentaries like that really interesting because they're not talking about it and it hasn't even been released yet, you know what I mean? They're actually giving a bit of dirt or saying how different it was, but like I don't think any of them mentioned Death Race, like the original Death Race and stuff like that, how people were like, but again, it was inspired by what a lot of Japan were doing at the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
This, I mean, again, when I've seen this movie, it just screams the era of RoboCop and that kind of era, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just love like that this was like the depiction of the future. You know what I mean? It's just like when you look at it, it's just like it's such a kind of Mad Max kind of look, and it seemed to be like everyone seems to think in the future it's not going to look so good. Don't get me wrong, in this day and age, it didn't exactly look good either.
I quite like the score of this as well, but until this steelbooks came out, it really it's not had much love. Like, right, the guy just fired there. That's our mate. You remember our mate I was telling you about?
Oh, right, yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
There he is, yeah.
He's in fucking loads of films. Chico! His head blows up.
Yeah. How many films have we seen Arnold Schwarzenegger with a beard?
Well, yeah.
He's never really donned a beard that much, has he?
He has in stuff like Maggie and stuff recently, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean in this day and age, I think I think he's been sporting a goatee for quite some time, hasn't he? I feel like in this era it was always clean shaven, everything he did.
Oh well, that's it. I mean, if he wasn't rocking the big wig for that, it was the traditional short backs inside military cut. Yeah, I quite like the score. Who did the score again? It was somebody quite quirky. Doo-doo-doo. Now, you've never seen it, but Prayer of the Roller Boys, I often get, like, again, it's that kind of era in the 80s and early 90s where they were depicting that there would be a massive fall and, like, you know what I mean? Like, hostile takeover and, you know what I mean? Capitalisation and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of films doing that, but also they were capitalising on, like, the sign of the times, like this industrial place there. It's probably the resources are all done up. I mean, look at that for a matte painting, man.
Yeah, that's pretty stunning, and on Blu-ray more so.
And the woman on the telly and that, and their pans down as well. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? It's, and they creep in.
Yeah, for 87, this is quite impressive, really.
But again, going back to the whole directors, like one of the directors was like trying to change stuff, and they were struggling to get decisions off him, and then changing stuff after decisions, and a lot of like again, like getting off on the wrong foot, and Rob Cohen and the commentary really struggled to try, and he actually got cut out of the film by the end of it. There was that much fucking backstabbing and stuff making this movie.
Yeah.
But say when I did the commentary like last year or the year before that, it was more like, right, Running Man, that going. Now that's Frank Zappa's son.
Well, with the beret on.
Aye.
Aye.
It's got a weird name. But is it Dweezil? It's something like that. He's got a weird name. I love it how you've just seen elements there of what you're about to see in the movie.
I've just done an IMDb checking him here. He's called Stevie.
Stevie.
Not quite as weird, but yeah.
Well, hang on. Have a look at also known as.
Just says Stevie here, mate.
Sure, Frank Zappa's got some strange name, kids.
Oh, hold on. Do you mean his actual name or his character's name?
Ah, his actual name.
Right, because his character name's Stevie. Right. He's got a pretty weird name. Dweezil.
There you go. I fucking knew what I was talking.
DWEEZIL.
I knew what I was talking about.
Fun facts with Ludo again.
Oh, you'll have to do Paul Ray's budget. Well, this was considered a flop as well, you know, because it didn't really perform the first week. And they were worried that obviously Schwarzenegger peaked. And I guess that's why maybe Schwarzenegger opted to try and do, because Twins would have been maybe the year after this, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed he didn't come back for Predator, but now we've got him in the hunting season game as an add-on.
I don't know, like it's just wasn't that the direction they wanted to go for. Because I reckon he would have said yes to it if they put it forward to him. I mean, he'd done the Expendables and that, and he obviously is tipping his toe back into film again. So I don't know why, unless he wanted too much money, maybe it was a deal that I wouldn't.
We'll get around to doing the podcast for that. I've even asked Jack if he's going to do it, and like he said yes, but then I was just like, Jack, that says like you're going to have to definitely give me a date and time.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's a struggle, isn't it?
I mean, obviously our podcasts are going to like be quite shorter now that I'm back to work this week, but again, we'll have to just start like committing like times and dates to stuff to get these moving forward. Like, so we've got loads. Like, I mean, fucking hell, I only released Turtles 2 today, and I was like, fuck me, there's like 7 Police Academies on top of all the other ones.
Well, that's it. But I mean, for me personally, it's like as long as I get like at least 24 hours notice. I mean, I'm a classic 9 to 5 guy, so like I say, that's 6 o'clock most nights I'm game. Like, so definitely something that I would be able to do.
That looked like a matte painting extended.
Yeah, because it's very much a futuristic building, and that's what the future will look like.
I mean, check that out, man, for a limousine in the 80s. Like, look at that, it's fucking red.
Yeah, you can imagine, like, they've got this typical black limousine. It's like, how do we make it look futuristic? I don't know, like, let's make it red, you know?
I mean, do you reckon that's like Simon Cowell at every X Factor thing?
It is. There's lots of footage of that, you know, where all the judges, like, pull up almost like on a red carpet, and it's ridiculous. Like, the ego on people like this is ridiculous. It's, always makes me laugh.
Big ass fucking lobby.
Yeah. With greenery, which we've now got less and less of in this.
This looks really good on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Actually, I was thinking that before, especially that skyline with the woman in the video and everything. That just looked really crisp clean.
Now the bodyguard there, he's the guy who gets shot. Well, he's good friends with Schwarzenegger because he gets shot out the door in Predator. Knock knock, and he's the one who goes flying out the window. But he was recently in Hard Target. He's one of the hunters in that as well. So
because you look like you've done a fair bit of work in this kind of business.
Now them brick cubes behind it. I said to Brittany, I want that in the bathroom. She was like, really? I was like, I think they're fucking class.
Well, you can see through, but just not enough.
Imagine that if the number was 3 or 5 to open it. Like, no conspicuous.
Right, not just his own shirt. Well, Jim.
He's definitely some sponsorship there. Took a paycheck for that. Yeah. Membership for life. Venice Beach, California. Of course it is, man.
Yep.
I mean, I would say he would be Arnold Schwarzenegger's stunt double, but no, because he's always got that fucking beard. Right, so...
Yeah, so this is this.
He is this guy here. The Slime. So he's in Ghostbusters 2 as well.
Yeah, he's in Ghostbusters 2.
And also in...
He's probably in a lot.
Well, he's also in No Holds Barred, which is a very similar themed movie. Now, the actress here, what's she out of? Because you should know this.
Well, it's putting pressure on, but fair enough. Hey, Mr. Ventura.
The fucking Tash. He's fucking class, Ventura. Look at him, man. Who's this fucking hair there? What's she from?
Let's see. I don't know.
She's in Predator 2. She's the girl.
I don't know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of something else, but it kind of distracts us there, but of course.
Great movie telling that. Just happens to be fucking showing the news report of him when she looks down in the back up. Now he totally looks like he is in a Raw Deal there. Slick back hair and that.
Yeah, because he's just jump sets, I mean. Oh, it kind of bugged me now because I'm sure I've seen her off something else.
She's got quite a distinct voice.
Yeah. So I don't know if I told you this off air. I think I always liked this story about, like, obviously Ventura dipping his toes into acting, and it was quite interesting how you're doing this because, of course, while on the set of Predator, they turned around and said, we might be interested in doing this other film if you want to be interested. But apparently he was in the middle of talking with Vince McMahon with the WWF. And what he'd done is, even though I don't think he'd read the script or anything like that, I think he went and just pretty much had a sit, spoke to the guys, and he just pretty much signed it up straight away.
Sorry, mate, I'm sorry.
It was really interesting.
You see that there, the baby? Like they were looking through all them convicts, like you could be on the show, and it was like a kid.
Baby.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you gotta go to everyone, you know. But he was apparently like Vince had no option whatsoever. He wanted him so badly for it to be the worst that he turned around and said, "Yeah, but at this point in time, you can't have me because I'm going to be filming this thing called The Running Man." So that was quite a sneaky thing because he just knew for a fact Vince would want to control him and not let him do it. So a nice little business acumen there. Obviously, as we all know, he becomes a politician.
We're saying that though, Ventura, from what I know, has only ever been back for a SummerSlam and then in the Hall of Fame. So like, I can't remember him anything past maybe WrestleMania 6 in the WWF. And he's not like, you know what I mean? He hasn't been a playable character, even though he had a very brief wrestling career. You know what I mean? He's never been DLC or anything like that. So
yeah, no, that's true. Like I suppose.
Cordless cord phone.
Yep.
WWE were there trying to get into films though, because No Holds Barred would have been maybe it's the year before this or something. So they were trying to get there, but I don't think No Holds Barred was a bigger hit. I mean, that just this is not 50 Shades of Schwarzenegger. I mean, fuck. What?
Yeah. But it's kind of like, it's got a very Total Recall kind of feel to it, you know, the attractive woman in that nightgown, him tying her up, pretty much Total Recall.
Oh, he's still got cassettes though, I mean...
Oh, we need to make a comeback to cassettes.
Money. Money. That'll probably go soon, money, like.
I mean, it's practically already gone, though. I mean, like I say, you talk about it now, people are going, oh, you'll have to use contactless while we're under all this COVID-19 thing. But I think, yeah, but a lot of people tend to rely so much on the card these days, especially in my business. You know, we get so many people who are, like, shocked to hear that we have card machines because they come to Beamish and they'll just be like, oh, yeah, sorry, I just realised I've got no cash on it. Anywhere I can get a cash machine, I was like, oh, just use your card.
You are in Beamish, like.
You do that. Yeah.
I just pay with a fucking $1 note.
Yeah. Oh, and all sorts.
I mean, why would you just to show you're strong?
Yeah, just to say it's the macho thing, innit?
I mean, come on. I mean, his face is all over the television. He puts the brightest shirt on. Buzz. Like, check that guy out in that shirt.
I was going to say, like, he is literally making a statement with that outfit. Must have been a nightmare to hide him, like, when it came to, like, you know, the paparazzi and stuff like that. You know, bloody mountains.
Bodyguards, entourages. They reckon that's where a lot of people's money goes though when you get famous, man. Entourages, like fucking your hired staff, people that fucking look after your phone. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one of the biggest issues when it comes to like the really big stars. They don't even consider where money goes to them. They just say, right, take whatever you need to take and that's it. They don't even think about it.
Mate, I've worked with some people where they've had to bring their own cook. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. I imagine Arnie's got his own cook, like, I reckon he would have, like, even in this day and age, well, maybe not this day and age, maybe a couple of years after 90s, I reckon he's probably got someone cooking his own food and that, especially, like, the ones who are, like, really looking after their bodies and that.
Mm. I mean, look at them, man, look at them sunshine beamers. I like it how they've got, like, a kind of, there's quite a few people wearing the same kind of top there, so it's almost like they're, like a sports team coming off summit.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Just as you mentioned it there, I kind of looked around and I thought, yeah, why is everyone wearing the same blue t-shirt?
Honest to God, you'll hear, it's Ben Richards in your dreams tonight, the way she shouts out.
Look at the speed on that man. He gives Tom Cruise a run for his money.
Now there's a Tom Cruise and Arnold Schwarzenegger. They've never worked together.
Nah.
This would have knocked like the stunt guy.
I'm going to say that this is the reason why you get stuntmen.
But I think what works about this, right, is the guy who obviously came in to shoot it. Obviously, I don't know if it's Starsky or a Touch. It's one of the two. He's obviously done TV and he's been brought in just to like be a hired hand because obviously all the set designs, the scripts all locked down. They're already second day in the shooting, but they're already over budget, and like I think it works for what this film is because it's essentially a TV show.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing on the idea that it's a reality, isn't it? It's like a reality show that we're living here, and obviously, I mean, it takes a lot of practice to go from one to the other. I know, like a lot of these TV show like kind of directors, you know, don't always hit it like when it comes to films and vice versa. I know Kevin Smith mentioned it in one of his talks because he's doing a lot of like the CW, like superheroes, Supergirl, I think he does. He's done a couple of them and a couple of the Flash, and he's like talked about like the massive dynamic between like TV and films. So I feel like if you've got someone like that on your set, like it definitely is going to help you.
Well, that's it. You like, I mean, the end of the day, if you look at, I watch a lot of X-Files, and some of the directors come back, but like they do like specific shows, but like you've already got established cast actors. You know what I mean? Then you got very, you know, you don't essentially have much freedom, but you expected to deliver a good visual and good performances. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's it. I mean, as a director, you're supposed to direct. Where, like, say, if you're a stranger on set, where you've got like an average of 4 or 5 people on the screen at all time who all have a rapport, you're kind of going to rely on them to do what they know, because you know, like he could turn around and direct you in a completely different position and go, oh no, I wouldn't do that, mate, because my character would never do that, and he would do this. So,
well, yeah, especially if the cast of divas. I mean, fair play to anyone who directs Coronation Street and all that, because at the end of the day, like, oh yeah, I want to direct an episode of Coronation Street. You got to take in 25 years of fucking history there, and like go.
Yeah.
I'll just turn up and point the camera. Let the actors do what they do. If you believe it, right next.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Right.
Well, there's a camera angle.
Well, the bit where he gets injected in between the fingers, fucking hell.
I'm gonna say it's like needles have become a friend of mine, but that still goes through me like.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, he does. A couple of jabs in the arm. Have that. I love how they put a plaster on there, but not the open wound he's had on since he got tucked down. And then they gas him. I mean, could they not give him it? Why do I just give him a nice little dose of ejection there? No, I'm just going to put him in the room and gas him. Let's traumatise him a bit.
Want to make him suffer.
Ah! Now, I think this has got one of the best. Like, I'll be back. Only in a rerun, pal. See, I think she's really pretty, but I think she's... I mean, she must be in her early 30s at that point, by the looks of it.
I don't know. I didn't think Arnie was a fan of her, though, was he? Did that ever get mentioned in the commentary?
No, I mean, as I say, the commentaries, I think it's one producer then, the other producer, and somebody else. They're really interesting. I mean, be pointless now. You do it, like listen to them now, but like because you're like, oh fuck, I could have said that. Oh fuck. I mean, we have been talking about doing this podcast for over a week now. I mean, look at this. This totally reminds me of RoboCop. I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
But again, though,
Custom made extreme.
Yeah, but at the time though as well, you had stuff like I just recognise this guy from Fast Getaway, but you had like the cable television was a big thing in America, so you had a lot of people like filling up content with fuck knows just to get content filled.
Yeah. Well, this is it, yeah, because they seem like the same tone.
Again, as well, this is quite a good little montage of like, again, just showing you behind the scenes of it setting up and, you know, the dance choreography and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sets up like obviously the betting stuff as well. It sets up a lot here.
Yeah.
Now her there, blue top, she's been an absolutely loads her. I don't think she has a
It's not going to surprise anybody who has seen a couple of podcasts that I'm involved in, but I'm going to have to do it again, mate. I will have to stand corrected. This film was set in 2019. I swear. When we're finished, I'm going to like rewind it back and have a look. And I swear I'll put money at the beginning text of the film. I don't know if it was because of the computer font they used, but I swear it said 2017.
Nah, yeah. So, you're going to get known as the one who never gets anything right.
And the only reason I know that now, right, is because I've just wanted to go and double check something, and underneath it, it's got the goofs, which I don't think you can really class as a goof, but it says, this film was set in 2019. However, it will be very unlikely anyone would still have a closet full of cassette tapes. Which, yes, in theory true, but we don't know what the future's going to be like. The downfall of CDs could be massive.
I've got cassette tapes downstairs. I think I own about.
Yeah, I mean, I remember buying cassette tapes. It's not exactly like, you know, I mean, didn't Queen did it, didn't they?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, with the Bohemian Rhapsody, they released it as a cassette as well. You must have sold them all out.
Oh yeah, like I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was a bit of a opening there, but like Bring Me the Horizon did it with a new album as well. So
yeah, I imagine most people aren't actually using them though. They're just like gimmick.
The VIP room there as well. See again, I mean, it's pretty epic this montage, mind.
Yeah, it must have taken a lot of work. Yeah.
I love it how they're Coke.
Yeah, because that hasn't changed, does it?
Well, I don't think it's official Coke. I think it just says Coke.
No, it's Roller Cola. Yeah.
It's just so weird how she actually works where it's happening.
Yeah, because he's been in everything as well, mind, the guy reading off the paper.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I remember him from Fast Getaway, a Corey Haim movie, but yeah, pops up in a lot. The fucking sadistic mate who saw us smoking. Look, he didn't fucking rape and kill you, or then kill you then rape you. It's just like fucking hell. But for him to see her down the corridor and that, it doesn't like. Come on.
Yeah, it's not that small of a world, like, is it?
Not exactly when it's Los Angeles. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Alright, for the record and the facts, there is a fact here that says the film takes place from 2017 to 2019. So it definitely said 2017 at the beginning. Obviously, we've jumped in time a little bit.
Well, it did. I mean, it did jump ahead. Ben Richards had been in prison for a while, so.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it was like 2 years, but obviously it is. But it's and while I'm on it, I might as well say that Paula Abdul was, of course, the film choreographer for that dance we've just seen.
Yeah, she's obviously big famous as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was pretty big for her at the time, wasn't it? She had
the last I was on about
with the cartoon cat.
Yeah. Well, I was just about to say that last I said he was been in loads of stuff. She's actually in cities and stuff now.
Yeah, because the face that keeps popping up.
I love it how like the big conspiracy about Ben Richards being a fucking crazy ass bastard and all that, and she can just walk in there and find the hard copy of the tape. Oh shit, he didn't kill everybody. I mean, like, corrupt. The butcher of Bakersfield. I don't know how many people I remember from school try to do this to people. Here, use my back.
Yeah. Never helped, did it?
Stab.
To be fair though, this could just be could be Total Recall, and you just decided that you chose the game shop.
Yeah. He told.
I mean, the future looks the same, and it's the exact same character now that he's had a slave. So it literally is just.
Well, to be honest with you, this could probably get remade now, you know.
I'm surprised I haven't done it, mate. I thought this would have been a very easy pickup for anyone to pick in, and then especially, I mean, not that I would kind of want it to be all like proper CGI, but like if they want to go all out.
I love the fact that what they're about to show. Like, I mean, where were the camera angles? I mean, come on, they're showing this to people.
So we're all supposed to be entertained by this footage.
Look at it, man. Oh fucking hell, man! No fucking CCTV angle of the camera. That would have been enough. No, but Death Race, that's from King Kong there. That's the King Kong footage.
Yeah.
I think Death Race was really good, and like I like the score, but I like the style and day 2 of the race. I love how that's all done.
Yeah.
But like obviously to call Death Race 2 and it'd be a fucking prequel, I was like, what the fuck, man? And then to get a third one out, and now there's a fourth one on top of that as well. Yeah.
I saw the first one and I was like entertained enough, but then I didn't hear a great deal of joy coming from the sequel, so I kind of left them be.
Look at him making him an enemy. That's like all like, you know, X Factor when like you like people waiting for the queue and then they have these massive stories and backstories and like, oh yeah.
Yeah. He's not getting a top story, is he? The random dancer just looks like him.
And I'm just teasing him, like trying to get my heart on before the show. Look at him. Teasing, yeah.
The infamous Adidas suit now, isn't it?
Well, that's one of the stories about the original director. They basically struggled for final design of the suits, and then they decided on them. Then the guy crept in and tried to change them and stuff like that. That was one of the last straws with him, I think.
Yeah.
And, it's very sterilised. Quick film, this, mind. I mean, I've absorbed the podcasts a few nights now, and like, very quick.
Yeah.
Last year's winners. I mean, to be fair, going back to that comment about she just walked in there, again, it's more like why anyone, like, especially the military, would even let an additional raw footage come out.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that, like, good old-fashioned roller shutters and stuff on their display units. And now we're in the era where we need to see everything. We don't want to hide it away so you can't see it.
Now that they're proud, they want to show you all the details they're going to do.
Thank you. Now there's a shot when there's miniature I can never get my head around. It's when it like zooms back, but again, these guys in the background when the reveal, I mean, Yankic, whatever you want. Can you find out what his name is? We know. He just looks like he's about to shit himself. He doesn't look real. Look. Look, he's just totally like...
You know, it's just come back what you said. Basically, they got boners, didn't they? That's all it was. They just totally cropped inside themselves trying to hide the boner.
It's definitely one of the best things, like, I'll be back, only in a rerun, pal.
Yapis, or it could be a Yapis or a Yapit.
Told you, it's a fucking...
Y-A-P-H-E-T, Cotto.
It's a quirky name, like.
I'm going to go with F, actually. I think it's like PHs in phone, so it's Yapit. I love how in the future it's still very much an old lady demographic.
Well, that's it though. I mean, back in the day, if you lived near a studio and you just need studios, like rent-a-crowds and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. They're quite lucky, really, if you live in that area, because, like I say, you get to see an awful lot if you just happen to show up for these sort of things.
Well, we were talking about extras the other day. If you live near, like, Granger and all that down south and all that, and when there's actually, like, stuff like Emmerdale and stuff like getting made, you've made a day from, like, being an extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of these shots. I mean, I think this is classed as miniature work for how it was done. But it's a bit where it's coming towards you, and then you see the tunnel and it shoots past. And it's just like, I can never get my mind around it. But I'm sure this was done by some guy who had studied aerodynamics, and that shot there, theory and all that.
Right. Well done shot, like. I mean, a lot of work gone into that.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's not like Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation with them fucking balls across the world. Fuck, we need to turn now. What the fuck, man?
I still wonder how we got it so wrong with Annihilation. The first one was a proven bloody kind of system.
The first one
I
was
know you've got to
class.
go bigger and better, but no.
I mean, you know my friend JJ, don't you? You know my friend JJ, who's Scorpion. He was like, he had some horror stories about that. He was on about, because he doubled for Cyrex as well, and he's on about like, they were like, "Alright, stand there for this shot." And he's going, "I'm not standing anywhere near that." And it's like the stunt guy was like, "Jesus, why don't you stand there?" Like, no, I fucking have no body parts left.
The whole film just didn't make sense. It just rushed it, I think. You know, just the idea of like, you know, I mean, even I know it's obviously, it's probably to be dramatic and stuff like that, but who would have said, hold on a minute, why don't we kill Johnny Cage off, spoiler alert, in the first 5 minutes of this film? You know, he's obviously been proven as a fan favourite in the first film. He definitely got a lot of funny lines, so it was working. So it's like, why get rid of the one that you...
I think it was a contract thing, I think, mate.
Like, do you think so?
No, because I've done the podcast for Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and I believe it was a contract agreement, so they got a few days out of filming or something. But obviously Johnny Cage died in the original things, didn't he? Because he comes back. Is he not in the third one or something? He gets killed.
Yeah.
Fucking hell!
What happened?
The fucking T-Rex is coming off the fucking wall. Keep talking.
Is this your new display you've been doing?
Oh, keep talking.
Right, yeah, so I think Johnny Cage was a weird thing because they didn't keep him with the storyline of the game, which made it more unusual. If it did it from the game, when they originally killed Johnny Cage off, it would have made a lot more sense. I just remember watching it thinking, well, hold on, who are you going to replace with that?
Yeah.
And we just got a lot of B characters. There's a face that looks like he's been around Hollywood.
Oh, that's Professor Sub-Zero, that man. That's his name. His name's Professor.
Professor Sub-Zero.
I have a look. I see what he's done on IMDb. I'm sure I've seen him in something recently. I think we'll be safe now. I've just fucking shit myself.
What happened there?
Oh, the T-Rex on the wall just fucking fell. It was coming towards us. Had to get up quick. That's why you listen to...
I've got 3 films that he's been in, right? And they couldn't be or apart on the earth. So first up you got Dogman. And then we'll go with something very similar but not quite. We've got Last Action Hero. And then, wait for it, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
He died though, didn't he? He died quite a long time ago though, didn't he?
He died August 22nd, 2000.
Yeah.
At the grand age of 70. So for the man his size, he did alright.
So it must have been Last Action Hero. I seen him in recently because I just watched that for one of my vids.
Really? Is that one of your VHSs?
No, it was Van Damme, because Van Damme's in it, so it ended up in the good, the bad, and the what the fucks.
Alright. It was one of these last ones. He did Last Action Hero, but then he did something called Burke's Law, which is a TV series. Mustn't have been a big one, because he was cast as Sumo One. And a video called Hard Justice, which he played a character called Cookie, and that was it. The Last Action Hero. Oh, he did 3 Ninja Kids. Which is interesting, because it's titled 3 Ninja Kids here, which I feel like a lot of people often refer to that film as just 3 Ninjas. As a kid, it was always 3 Ninja Kids.
No, it's 3 Ninjas, man.
Ah, 3 Ninja Kids.
No, it's not, man.
That's what it was called.
It's 3 Ninjas.
What, you're gonna call IMDb a liar?
I'm gonna tell you that. Like, I mean, it's like the Sandlot. It's just called the Sandlot, but obviously over here it's called the Sandlot Kids.
Sandlot Kids. Yeah. You know what it is? It's looking at it. It's called 3 Ninja Kids as the title on IMDb, but the movie poster that they're using just simply says 3 Ninjas.
Told you.
But that's a shit title. 3 Ninjas, alright. I mean, I've got loads of information from that. At least when you put the word kids on here, and I think, okay, this is going to be a young demographic type film. Which I actually saw at the cinema, and I really enjoyed it.
Isn't there like about four of them or something?
Yeah, I think I got the second one, I think, which had Hulk Hogan in it, of all people.
I think we need to just acknowledge that he's just fucking threw that guy into a goalie. I mean, what the fuck's going on there?
Well, it's kind of he's now trapped inside the goal, isn't he? So obviously Sub-Zero here is a hockey player. Oh,
we're fucking.
That's a hell of a puck. What did that blow off?
It's fucking dynamite pucks. Oops, Schwarzenegger's down.
Oh, here comes Jaffet. He's on the run. It's not going to end well.
Check.
Oh,
that was
that
was a bad edit. That was a bad edit when he dropped out of frame.
Yeah.
Eesh. And then
clothesline by barbed wire.
Can strangle the barbed wire.
No way. Is that going to come off?
His head?
Oh, no, it's not, is it?
No, it's a brutal death, that though. It's a brutal death.
That's pretty, I could say it's pretty horrible. Like, the fact that they stop on the screen just to clearly show you splurting blood coming out. But, no, I just thought we were going to have some invincible army strength, which is going to pop off.
Get over here!
That's a film that shouldn't be too far around the corner. Mortal Kombat, I think through production done on that.
I know, but mate, I mean, again, going back to the first one was alright, but then it's just so messy. I mean, even the games are getting a bit messy now.
I mean, they're just breaking the rules now. I mean, people, like I say, it's like your classic comic book. People have died, come back to life, and died, come back to life 20 times over now. So, I feel like if they did it, they'd have to go like back to the main basic characters. Like I say, with the games, I get it. You've got to add a couple of new actors, characters every year. The game just to make it more interesting. I mean, they've got RoboCop in the new one, man. I don't know how they're supposed to work that into the story, but I'm sure they'll manage.
It's just DLC with them guys, though.
Oh yeah, but there's like they'll have like a kind of a mini story that goes with it. Obviously, like I said, I like the idea that they brought the original Shao Kahn back though.
Well, that's it.
No,
I mean, I thought Christopher Lambert was going to get a cash in as Raiden at that point, man.
Yeah, that's true. Was it must have been a contract thing with him as well for the second one, was it?
No, I think he was only contracted to one.
You just didn't want to go back.
I know, gosh, you wouldn't.
I don't know, like Lambert hasn't struck me as someone who's very picky.
It's like that Mean Guns film, man. He only worked for 2 days or something. He got fucking half the budget of the movie. Now, I tell you what, right?
I bet you laughed in it.
That film, Mean Guns, is totally worth picking up. Like, I love it.
Right. I did think it was hilarious that we'd like spoken about Highlander for ages one night, and then like a day later I watched like something so random, NCIS, Los Angeles, and he just popped up out of nowhere laughing. And I was like, I know that laugh. It's like,
yeah. It's always like,
how did you just pop up? Yeah, it's like the most unnatural, unhealthy kind of laugh. It's like, what's going on? He must put it on though as well. It mustn't be his real laugh.
I mean, look at this guy.
I would say also, he looks like he's probably like some like 80s wrestler that they've like.
Nah,
really
he's definitely. Nah, he's not a. I mean, it would have been pretty good. I mean, if the cast wrestlers, it would be really good, but.
It seemed like easy money though, wasn't it, in the 80s? Because you've got like these big, larger-than-life characters, and they're already pretty much up for the whole kind of. I mean, it was very cheesy acting in these sort of films. So, I mean, I know Roddy Piper did a lot of stuff.
Piper did well. Like, yeah, look at that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, does he do this every time he gets?
Yes, every single time. I believe it. I want to believe it.
I don't know if you've seen that guy in the crowd there. He's still got his coat and his hat on. He's been there for fucking 2 hours. He still doesn't bother taking them off. He's just not comfortable.
Nah.
I mean, them guys will be like, yeah, the guys on the screen, just cheer. I think he does really well, but again, it's like I mean, that's like the equivalent of Pat Sharp did it for us back then, because obviously we get like English editions of stuff like, don't we? So
yeah.
I mean, look at him just manhandling.
Just had a look. Oh yeah, of course, but she's just there to look pretty. I've just had an IMDb of Buzzsaw. He is a Barbarian Guardian in Scorpion King. He plays a guy called Dave in Twins. So, nope, no wrestling.
Again, essentially, they're just running around an abandoned quarry. I mean, again, it just looks like where they were at the start of the movie when they were locked in. Chico!
Yeah, the same set.
The guy on the voice here, I love his delivery. Her lover. He looks like Robert Englund. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Her lover. There we go again, down the chute.
There should be a ride in Disneyland or something.
Fucking son. There's that shot again. It's like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look very good.
Nah. Why do you two matching now, him not? They're just like, oh, we need Arnie to stand out.
Aye.
Because don't get me wrong, put him up. I'm not being horrible here, but if you put him up against a black man and a Poindexter, they can wear the same suit. You're gonna know who Arnie is out of the three of them.
Well, that's it. It should all be like, oh yeah, wearing different uniform. It should all just be neutral uniform.
Yeah, I mean she's matching Arnie, I suppose. So again, but she obviously, again, it's like our part characters must be more recognisable.
Well, if you wear
Mad Max.
Well, if you wear grey and red, you die basically. There she is again behind the telly. She hasn't even really got a strong role. She's just her hand on the desk behind their head.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I didn't even catch her face in that shot.
Now the guy there, he is, I don't know his name, but he is a massive quarterback, and it just recently retired. Like he was like huge. They were on about it. Obviously, I only ever know American footballers that have any association with wrestling, but he was. That's why they hired him, for his popularity.
Yeah.
And of course, she just happens to be walking around the corner. I mean, did she not get dropped off the
They've
same?
been on the run for so long, yeah.
I mean, talk about like get her with them. There you go. Creaky McCrickerson. Yeah, but this isn't. I mean, we've only got 45 minutes left. Oh, that does not look. The blue and the smoke doesn't look good on this.
Well, it's very. I don't know if they're trying to be distraught or not, because that's what I feel like. Feels like they don't want you to be able to see anything, so they're kind of keeping it. Because that flare coming off the lights is a bit weird.
That was on about the quality, actually, the quality of the transfer.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, how weird, man.
So they get separated, of course they do.
Yeah.
And they both of them meet the demises.
Spoiler alert. But which two are we talking about? Dun dun dun. Never understood how they kept track of all that, you know.
Oh,
and
yes.
when you see in like the stock exchange and that, everyone just screaming, how on earth do you know what's going on?
Well, like at the
There's no way you can keep track of it.
Well, like at the Kumite in fucking Bloodsport, they're giving you money. Like, he didn't speak fucking English. How does he remember? I don't get it. Like, I mean, I've never placed a bet in my life like that.
Have you not?
No, I've never been in a bookies. I've never literally walked to a counter in a bookies and handed money over to bet on something. I just have no idea how it fucking works.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm in like the same boat as in terms of I don't know how it worked. I went to, where did we go? Leeds for a stag do, and all the lads I was with, they were all well into the football, so of course naturally before they went on a drink, oh well, I'd go put the bets on first, so of course I'm going to have to play along. And so, like you say, there you go. Basically, all it is it's got a list of all the games, and you just have to predict the score, or even if you predict a win or a draw. So obviously, I'm thinking I'm smart. I'll play the draws because they're more likely to happen. Apparently not. So when we cashed all our tickets in, like all the lads were like, "What did you get?" I said, "Oh, the odds are I might get like 500." And my mate's like, "Oh yeah, my odds are like 200." I was like, "Oh, Carl, what's your odds?" And I looked at it, I was like, 15 grand. And then they just all like burst out laughing. Like, what's the matter? Like, you put on some serious long shots there that, you know, I only put on like a $5 a bet. So you imagine what sort of odds I must have gotten £5 and the winning was 15 grand. I'm not going to lie, I was about 3 games off from winning though. That was the craziest thing about it. We went to the horses afterwards. That was like the main reason we were going for. And one of the last races had a horse called, what was it? The Durham Express. So naturally I'm sitting there going, that's a Norman. we're going to go for that. It's like, yeah, Carl, it's 100 to 1, no point. And I was like, no, I'm going for it, like. It's like, really? I was like, yeah. It's like, Carl has probably got like 3 legs. I mean, 100 to 1 means it's not even going to barely race. And funny enough, one of the lads turned around and said, the only way this is going to win is if you like literally have all the other horses fall over. And in the first couple of seconds of the race, 3 horses fell over. I was like, come on, baby. Short story, I didn't win. But it was kind of fun. I'm not a gambling man, but when I had to for the theme of the weekend, it was alright.
So outside we've had a lot of blues, and then this is a min stud.
See this? Yeah.
Oh.
This is going back to like Total Recall with the red.
Yeah, we've went from the blues to the reds. Yeah, but our friend has been he's been attacked, so he's about to die.
Yes.
And then this guy's about to die. I love it how he's like, Amber, you need to remember some numbers for me, not knowing that he's about to die.
Yeah.
Check out this security. Just hit it with a brick.
Well, no.
He could have been touchscreen. Them fucking weird directions down there.
It's a weird camera angle to choose that, wasn't it? To look directly down on it.
Well, again, I think it's trying to establish that they know him right there. Oh, he's faking it.
It's all CCTV. They're watching.
He's faking it.
Are you saying he's playing possum?
Doing a Bret Hart. Fucking creep.
Yeah.
It's almost like you farted. Can you smell it? Mm.
Turns out you don't need 11 things. I was looking at IMDb. Magnum PI was one of them.
Nah, just a brief stint, yeah. Fucking check that out. Bzzz.
But would you say, like, for these kind of guys, it was definitely a much easier business to get into?
Back then, if you had mass and all that, yeah. I mean, everyone, like, again, people think, like, acting, you're meant to be Hollywood. Like, it depends. Like, if you can act, you act. But again, it's just, like, a lot of people dream about being the next big Hollywood celebrity. But now that's what everyone does, you know what I mean? But...
Well, this is it, but it's like also like kind of official as well. I mean, I reckon he could have just been like picked out from a crowd. Oh, he could do a good role. Go and ask him if you want to make a couple of £100 for the week. Whereas now it's like, oh, it's got to go through all the audition process, and you know, like you're not just going up against 20, 30 people. You're going up against hundreds of people these days, especially for bigger roles. So it's like kind of like Hollywood become very much a
Oh.
Just there we go. Yep, that's it. No need for that, Arnie. Yeah, rightly so. Turn your heads, folks.
I mean, what kind of show have these guys been watching if this is shocking them?
Yeah, because a chainsaw to the gonads is just enough to put anyone silent.
I mean, the guy's running around with a chainsaw. I mean, he's obviously beheaded someone before, I imagine.
Yeah.
B.
I was just thinking before, I don't know if you're down, because I know, like, I don't know if you'd be into them, but I'll tell you what would be a nice little series for us to do if you wanted to, is The Best of the Best.
I only have them on VHS, actually.
I actually love those films. It just reminded me, because I was just thinking of the second one, when it obviously starts with the fight to the death. And it's just like everyone cheering away, and it's just like, why is it not like awful to cheer someone dying? Sport, but I love those films.
I mean, should the crowd not be? Sorry, the crowd should be cheering there. It should be showing them going, "Yay, Dynamo got one!"
Yeah, because they just seem to be knocking off the characters now, though, innit? Oh, the struggle is real. How is he not overpowering that woman? I mean, I know he kind of is.
I mean that looks like he's about to rape her, that mate. That looks rapey.
Yeah.
I mean, are they going to acknowledge how he can fire lightning bolts? I mean, it's not like he's carrying a fucking backpack with him.
I don't know, but if Arnie was naked, that would have been a hell of a Terminator entrance. All that blue lightning.
I love it how I mean, again though, if they remade this, I think they could have some great fun about casting. Like, I mean, I don't think they would have a Buzzsaw and a Sub-Zero and a Dynamo. No. I think they would have cameos as characters, maybe. They could have some great ideas about it.
Yeah. I mean, like, see, stuff like this, it's already pre-written. All you got to do is say, right, well, how do we modernise it, and how do we have fun with it? Because that's what it's about. It's not about, like, this is not going to be a blockbuster that's going to make thousands and thousands of pounds. It's going to be basically a nostalgia factor, but it's a fun film to watch. Anybody who decides they're going to go to the cinema the weekend going to want to watch something that's just kind of like popcorn film that just gets you from A to B and just do it in such a weird kind of I don't know, wacky fashion.
Well, as I was talking about before, I think Death Race really worked well. I think the presentation. And now they're all shocked again. But obviously, he's not going to kill him.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. We want blood. He reminds me of the big guy from Armageddon.
That's the guy from Groundhog Day, man, we were talking about. The guy he meets on the stairs.
Yeah. I never remember his name. But even in that film, he was kind of not slim.
Oh,
he was slimmer.
Aye, but he was there.
It was early days.
That guy there is an actual opera singer.
Oh, I don't know who you're on about. I remember you saying that. Or someone said
No, I'm out of here.
Oh.
I mean, they have just left him to bleed to death. I mean, I couldn't, like... He's died because he's bled to death, you know what I mean? That's what's happened there.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just not liking that smoky blue, like.
No. And then I'd have to say, I wouldn't disagree with you, but it's not hurting my eyes, like. I mean, it's not very... is it because it's too dark for you, or is it because it's... I don't know, because...
I don't know, my small screen... Yeah, my screen's razor sharp, like, I mean, it might be the contrast, like, but... I was just trying to think, can you remember when you gave me that King Kong poster? Because I mentioned that today in my video, and it's, I'm saying, do you remember when?
Oh, like, literally when?
A rough year, a rough time.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be, it was the year it came out. Had to be. I didn't have it that long. I think I only had it in the house for maybe 2 or 3 weeks when I got it. And I would have gotten it probably about a week after the film was shown, so I would go with the year without it.
Oh, I just need to track it down, like, so. I mentioned it in me.
You've got footage of me giving you, haven't you?
Well, I'm not. I remember there's a video of it, obviously, but I'm just.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You did have footage of it. I don't know if you deleted it, but you did have footage of where you recorded me actually giving you the.
Oh, yeah, I don't delete any footage. That's the problem. Just need to work out when it was.
Right. The archives is overflowing.
I do like the music used. Din 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 din. Din 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 din.
It feels very at home. It's kind of that kind of era's music. If it didn't have it, it would be weird.
I mean, look at that, man. No wires or anything. It's still working.
Nah. It's wireless, man. The future. 2019.
I mean, yeah, we'll just ignore that element.
And then she picked up the most dated phone.
Look at that, man. It's flaying in the background. The same acting. Oh, well, that camera's there, like, but...
Yeah.
The hate boat. Not the love boat. The hate boat.
No, the hate boat. Got a little creativity.
Now, this guy doesn't make any fucking sense. The fact that he can fly and then decides to run after them when he gets there.
I can remember that bit.
I mean...
But you need like someone who like he's almost like a piece of all the other ones, and he's got like the gadget, but he's also going to be able to like do everything that they did plus more.
Yeah, just setting... I mean, yeah. I mean, how much firepower has he got?
And yeah, it's only really singed it as well. He's got an interesting role, hasn't he? Because I mean, it was only really the instructor for a training video, and then the camera seemed to be, obviously I don't know if he had a deal, like have so much camera time.
Well, his character he's an ex-stalker, innit? And that's the thing. I mean, look at this man flying.
Yep. That's the future. Fireball. Are we called? Yeah.
Yeah. Who will make the next kill? Ben Richards.
She looks like the old lady from Titanic.
Oh, she acts like the woman. She's quite a famous actress, but she's in Batteries Not Included.
That's what it is. I love that one. That needs a steelbook.
Well,
it's to go with me in a space one, really.
It's coming out in 4K soon, yeah.
Yeah. What just got a 4K announcement, lads? We were talking about before.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted,
Fuck the 4K announcement. Will you bring Bogus Journey out on Blu-ray first?
Yeah. Okay, well, I was hoping, even though, like, I was hoping it was going to be, like, both of them in one package, because did it mention that it was just Excellent Adventure?
Yeah, just Excellent
Or
Adventure.
Is it just Excellent Adventure? Because, I mean, I thought that had stupid, but yeah. I would have thought if you were going to do that one, you might as well do, like...
Oh, mate, I mean, I'm so happy I waited for Bill and Ted. I got it for £8, right? And it sat on the shelf at work for 30 fucking quid for about 6 months.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because it's one that I checked out on HMV a few times when I went in the shop waiting for it to drop, like.
There you go. He's just landed.
Yep.
Flies down and then just decides to chase him. I mean, he's trying to chase them. He's got this massive suit on, and then he's got this big backpack. I mean, look at him.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you, in defence, his backpack, his jetpack doesn't necessarily provide speed, given what we're seeing. He's very much goes up and down. I don't think we've really seen him do much manoeuvring with it. So maybe that was just, well, I mean, we all know it's not real, but...
Just a movie. It's just a movie, Carl.
You know, I thought I'd get the first one in, but yeah, well done.
That's that. I tell you what, right? We need to brand that. That should definitely be the name of the podcast. It's just a movie podcast.
Yeah, it's just. Well, I think we should. I think we should get some films that are like what we feel like is like really far fetched or too silly, and like just sort of discuss it, call it. It's just a movie. There's definitely a few films out there that I'd like criticise, even though some other films I love, I would defend.
I mean, look at that, man. He's just jogging. I'm going to get you. It's like Jason Voorhees. I'll get you eventually. And I love it here as well, like, last year's losers. They've just shoved them in a locker and just left them to rot, but then the camera shows them.
Yeah.
Come on. This is why I wanted Paul Ray. This podcast, we would have had Schwarzenegger impersonations.
Impersonations, yeah. Have his voice dubbed over.
Oh, he's invincible. I mean, has he got fire resistant face? I don't think so. Or fire resistant hands?
Nah, but he's a villain. The villain can be anything you want to be. Well, he's kind of the boss, isn't he? Like the boss of the level.
Aye. Well, this is the last really conflict here, because you've got the fake one coming, yeah, but that's about it. Again, though, it literally looks like they filmed on this, an old, like, proper industrial, like, plantation. I mean, even this bit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They filmed, I mean, and just went in and just hardly set dressed it, really.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that was it. The one that used to, like, these sort of things would be left abandoned. They wouldn't be abandoned anymore now these days.
Oh, no, no.
Someone will take over it and clean it all up.
And she puts the
The
things.
sort of thing lying all over America.
Last year's losers. Of course, they would just throw them in the locker room.
I'm going to say it looked like they're not even, like, killed them. It just looks like they've just starved to death. And they're starting to rot.
Last year's losers. Last year's losers. And of course, Schwarzenegger just happens to be up in the roof.
Yeah, waiting. You probably watched most of it. Just thinking, I'll see what happens.
Yeah. Into the corner.
I think we're going to find out he's not fireproof.
How about a light? So, like, are the people watching this, do they know that there's last year's losers? I mean, we get a reminder that they have in a video package in a bit, but...
Yeah, no, I don't think so, because that would, I mean, obviously, there's been no... Oh, yeah, apparently there.
Yeah? So they've got to realise that. Last year's losers.
Yeah.
That guy there, the sex pest tash.
Oh my god, that's awful. I might have wiped this from my brain when I first saw this.
It's the squeaky noises he makes as he walks. Proper nails it, like, he's great at I miss Ventura on comedy, like, but as I say, I just don't remember anything maybe's past maybe's WrestleMania 7, but like after that, now gone.
Yeah.
The guy doesn't
What
speak.
did he do after this?
Well, I don't know if that was his WCW stunt, but he was running for mayor by, you know what I mean? He's been
Yeah, I'm gonna have a quick look to see. Oh, he was in Batman and Robin.
briefly.
Yeah, the Arkham Asylum god. But hey, you know, that's a role. Well, did you not spot him in X-Files?
Oh yeah, he was in an episode of the X-Files. Yeah, I've seen him in that. Yeah.
Man in Black, #1.
Exactly. Though, oh yeah, there's Jesse Ventura, Man in Black 1. Like, okay.
A lot of wrestling stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So here we go. Now, this is now possible. Deep faking. But
Yes.
this is 30 odd years ago. I mean, it's possible now.
Yeah.
Not this quick and like this kind of like render and all that for television. Then no way.
Oh, no. But we're nearly there, man, because basically what we're seeing in deepfake today, that's all stuff that anybody can do on their computer at home. So you can imagine what you could do with high technology.
Still gonna, yeah, we're going to take over and broadcast reel to reel. Okay, we'll go for it.
So his next role after this one for Ventura was Naked Gun and the Files to the Police Squad. He was an uncredited baseball announcer.
Captain Freedom. That's like a death match. Oh fuck me, that fall, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this like, snaps the neck and just hoys her.
Oh.
Some fast editing that, like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, that's pretty vital. The thing is, you wouldn't be able to do that now, though, would you? I mean, could you imagine a modern-day film of a man that thigh picking a woman up, brutally killing her like that and throwing her into a barbed wire?
oh yeah, it would be frowned upon.
I mean,
Yeah.
film or not, it would be so frowned upon. It would be like, oh, that's just encouraging men to beat up women, and it's just bullshit like that. Which I understand it's an issue, like, but no, it's just like some people just.
You got to remember, it's just a
Don't know the
movie, like,
difference.
in it. It's.
That's all it is. This is where he started to use his wrestling, and it's basically.
Well, say Ventura though, it doesn't even like as a wrestler. I've never seen him in a wrestling match. He just always talks about it. Arr.
Oh. It's interesting to see such a death like that for Arnie, because obviously, don't get me wrong, not like Arnie ever really dies in film, but even like just visually seeing something like that, you know, because that's a part of the film where him charging him towards the spike, he would naturally like turn it around and like flip him over on it. So it's still such a like surreal image to see. This is what it'd be like if someone actually had the balls to build a film and actually kill Arnie off as a hero character.
Well, he dies in the end of days and stuff, doesn't he? Yeah.
I wouldn't really. Not a film that really springs to mind when I think of Arnie. It is something of a visual, but I couldn't tell you much about it. I've seen it, but just.
And just so the audience doesn't know what's going on, take his face away.
Game over.
He's a fucking weird ass fucking wizard as well. And like, why does he look so like? I mean, it'd be even more funny if it was Frank Zappa if he was still alive and they did this.
Yeah.
I want to know why he looks like a wizard. But see, nothing really happens
well,
here.
Old man who'd be living underground, didn't he? So.
For like, honestly, right, there's nothing much happens now, you know.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you feel like that's the climax of a film, and this should start to wrap itself up. But then they're going, it's still like a good 20 minutes to go.
And there's been a few Easter eggs there, and the credit roll of the TV show in the background. Title credits, typed them wrong. Oh, I mean, where did she actually put that? I mean, if you're going to talk about this theoretically, right? Because I put her in a suit. Like, it's a mini disc.
Do you really want to know?
But is that, I mean... Nah. Like, there's only one place that... No, there's only one place that could go. And she's been running around for the last 3 hours.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. But I mean, there's only one place, so at least two I can think of.
It's a fucking mini disc.
Hey, listen, I've seen some shit.
Let's not talk about your dark side of the internet, please.
And you put it in the conversation.
Did you get that video the other day with that guy with the homemade fucking slingshot?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. It's amazing. It's natural selection, mate. People do some stupid stuff like.
Aye, so they're all. So there's a rebel. They're all running back. Obviously, we get the fucking super fast edit. You know, they're just crooked up. And he gets fired down the hole, and unlike them guys, he actually gets fucking murdered in it. Yep. Oh, look, he's got a wireless phone. They just got that phone cord off and painted it black.
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen there, he's fucking here. Seth Rogen. I mean, come on. It's a montage.
Yeah.
And it just like spots some of the shots that don't, like, how would they have that camera angle? Yeah, this bit here. Last year's winners!
Yeah. A little bit, idea. Convenient.
Got that fucking...
Imagine if... Oh, that shot, man. Imagine if Killian wrote, an entire trivia book on the Running Man, and the last page it comes up with saying Killian's lying to you. All the answers are wrong.
I'll have to message Killian that. Don't touch that dial. He shit. Is that what he actually said as well? And now we'll get the so that's the shortened version. Again, it's just a movie, I know.
He's alive.
I just firing on a live crowd. I mean, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. All bets are off now.
Oh, going down the tube.
Yeah.
Oh, Dynamo's still alive, walking around with no pants on, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, this has just got rapey written all over it.
A little bit like.
I mean, I would have probably went for the kick.
Yeah, given that position, like, but you know, fist to the nuts, still gonna sting.
I mean, they're trying to get shot at and they're like, yeah, go, like, not taking any, like, who do you think they're shooting at? I mean, come on, this is rapey.
Look at
He's
that,
got no
man.
pants on, man.
No pants, just tighty whities.
So was he just walking around the back with no pants on? Or was his pants around his ankles?
Basically. No, had no pants on from my angle. Which was not a very nice angle. Well, let's be fair though, seeing the character, it doesn't appear that he's all there.
I mean, just look at that random woman getting mowed down. They're just watching.
But you know, that is very much the world of today, and it's, you know, a disaster's happening, people just stand and watch.
Well, that's it. Get your phone out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at obviously recent events, you know, Mr. George Floyd and stuff like that. It's just like, you know, you stood there for, what, 5 minutes recording the whole thing. Wonderful. There's also the weird thing about that generation, and because obviously, like I say, if you're like in a live event, like I don't get it when you see people like in live events and they stood there watching it through the screen of the phone because they're recording it. I get the whole record thing, definitely on like but on a phone, it's just like, you know, live in the moment a little. I know I've just essentially said that to the person who recorded his entire life. But,
dude, I hate filming on my phone. Like, I'd rather film it on my camera.
This is why I wanted. That's why I kind of wanted to specify that, because I know you've always filmed on an actual camera. You're actual deliberately recording an event, whereas I'm talking about someone who just did a random like concert and then just sort of spent the next 20 minutes with the phone in hand. It's just like, you know,
well,
unless you're not going to edit and make a video of it, just stop doing it.
Well, that's it as well, but like, you go to all these gigs and you're not allowed to take a camera, and like, what the fuck's the difference? Like, if I go and film a gig, like, it's going to be in high definition with great sound, and then I need to go home, I need to upload it, I need to edit it, someone takes a video, post straight on the internet, or, like, you're not allowed out there. Like, again, there's no difference now. Well, like, cameras, but our security, like, oh, no, you're not allowed a camera. Alright, do you want us to leave me phone here as well? You fucking prick.
Yeah. Never really had a good handle and stuff like that.
I mean, I was filming Scott's gig at the O2, man, and the doorman came up and put his hand over and onto my camera, and I nearly had a massive Barney with this guy because he actually touched my camera. He's like, what are you doing, mate? He's like, no cameras. I'm filming the band, and I'm allowed to film the band, but like, what's the difference of the person in the crowd there taking it on the phone? And he's obviously just taking steroids. He's got his little pass on his arm. You know what I mean? He's too stupid to do fucking anything else and just wanting to be a prick and push the wrong person around. No, you prick.
Yeah.
Now this guy gets sent down the net, but obviously Schwarzenegger's got friends who've took away the net, and Killian goes flying out of there and through his own sign.
Which is quite impressive considering he's strapped in by wrist and ankles.
Do we get that shot again?
Get on it.
And he just it goes out like a fucking rocket. There's that shot again.
He seemed to be going a lot faster than I did.
There you go. Where's the net going? And then he jumps again. That's
the winning team.
I mean, that had to go anyway, so they'll just put that in the budget of the movie. Blow the sign up.
You could also, I'm going to say, you could also ask where all the fire came from. You were in a metal frame. You went into what can only be described as a paper/cardboard sign.
And blew.
It wasn't lit up other than like 2 lights above it, so there's no explanation between that fire leak. But you guess what? It's just a movie.
Yeah.
You see, that's like a corner thing at the end, like in the corner of the screen, right? Wah, wah. It's just a movie.
But again, going back to why buying this again, the steelbook I think was really nice. I mean, of course, just fell in love with him now. But
yes.
The steelbook's really nice. The extra companies, and you get postcards. You get a little badge. My little badge, all Schwarzenegger's now riding the Orchid.
because for a second I was looking at it because there was actually 2 editions, both exactly the same, steelbook. One you just don't get all the little bits and pieces with, and for the price difference, it was barely nothing really. I thought, well, that's lovely because I want all the knickknacks and that.
Oh God, I mean, they should not have got together.
They didn't have any real chemistry throughout this film at all.
He's still walking with his hand on the back of her neck. I mean, what kind of relationship do you think she's getting into?
Yeah.
Fucking come this way. I mean, imagine that. Please stand by. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a movie.
See, Ben Richards, that's an interesting name. I mean, I know it's been said a few times, but now that I say it, I'm going to say it's an interesting action name, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't really get many Bens. But no, I mean, it started off kind of strong. I mean, for 87, the opening weekend in America, which of course was 15th of November, it made just over 18 million in the weekend. But overall worldwide gross, and it was $38,122,105 for a 27 million budget. It's not like great, but I wouldn't say it was an entirely massive flop. You know, depending on how much marketing they put into it, because I mean, the 80s you didn't really get a lot of marketing the way you get these days, do you?
Yeah, you just get it fucking... Again, it's just the flops. What other movies we had out that year?
This year, let's have a look. I think we spoke about this because I think we did an 87 movie the other day. But 1987, and we have Predator, we have Lethal Weapon, we have Lost Boy, we have Princess Bride, Dirty Dancing, Beverly Hills. So yeah, I mean it's the lesser of the films that I've obviously just mentioned there. I would say I don't know what was making the most out of all that, but Adventures in Babysitting, you know, big one of course. And don't forget a Frank Zappa project, which was called The Amazing Mr. Brickford. That was clear animation, so there's some facts for you. Yeah.
Oh, it's even got the cheesy...
Yeah.
It's to say the cheesy end song as well, like power ballad ending. Why?
Oh, because it didn't fit this film. It feels like because it's an 80s film, someone turned around and said, oh, you know, you have to have a power ballad. You have to have one at the end. So, like, they've done it, but it's just like him walking off with a girl didn't match the theme. This song didn't match the theme. I don't know. It felt like it was going too generic.
What a name.
Story,
Jefferson Dawn.
I've got...
It's like a Stan Bush power ballad, isn't it?
Yeah, I could say... I mean, it's definitely a win for me. I mean, I don't know how quick I'll go to be watching this. I mean, I would say I've probably seen it maybe 3, possibly 4 times in my life. Which I think is quite a lot, really, for this film, because when you think about Arnie film, Running Man, I feel like it's almost just up there with one of his well-known films. I think if you think of Schwarzenegger, there's a lot more that's mentioned before this one. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one that everyone knows, but not being, like, if you said to people, like, what's your top 10 Schwarzenegger films, and it would probably be around about 10 for a lot of people, or not miss 10, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, we all know Kindergarten Cop going up there, top 3 at least. That was a film I watched way too many times, I think, as a kid. I don't know if it was on telly a lot or whether it was on video I used to have, but it just seemed to be up there. Kindergarten Cop, man. Put the cookie down! Which is not Kindergarten Cop, but it is the only Schwarzenegger quote I ever think of. That and, of course, Get to the Chopper, you know. But, yeah.
Well, again, this movie as well.
If you think of Schwarzenegger, what do you think? What's your Schwarzenegger movie?
Well, you know, the obvious
is... One. Everything else gets erased. You can only have one.
Well, it'd be Predator for me.
Predator? Yeah. And I think Terminator edged it out. Like,
Oh, with Terminator, I mean, when you think of Schwarzenegger,
I mean, he does nothing.
Terminator's Schwarzenegger, you know what I mean? But
Yeah. I do think as a film as a whole, I mean, Predator's absolutely awesome. It's definitely number 2, if anything. But it's just like, with the Terminator, which is one of the biggest rants I generally get into when it comes to talking about the Terminator franchise, because to be honest with you, I understand that the demographic wouldn't be to go back and do a slow, kind of serial killer-esque kind of thriller horror movie. I feel like, obviously, when people think of Terminator, they want Judgment Day. That's in the 90s. Is it 90s or 80s? 90s.
90s.
Yeah, Terminator 2. They want that kind of full-on action, big man, with big gun. And I just feel like that's fair enough, but, like, the Terminator is such a good film. I mean, like I say, you've got this guy who is being told, like I say, you are an unmovable object, you know what I mean? You already look it because you've got the body for it. And I just think for that entire film, I could watch that film just forever, and I don't think I'd get bored of it. And like I say, Predator's up there, but if it has to be one, I'm got to be down for Terminator. But then obviously, like I say, that's another story altogether when you think about how wrong they've gotten every other film. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about the third one. The third one I felt like had some form of kind of promise, but just didn't get it together enough for me to like it. But everything after that, I mean, it's like I say, I like parts of, I can't even put them all together. The Christian Bale one. That's Salvation. There's parts of Salvation that I like, but like again, it just didn't quite put it all together enough for it to be a good film. It just felt like parts of a good film, and then too much nonsense.
Oh, it just gets weird.
I think it's just trying to be too clever with time travel. The reality is, it can't be done. It's not a real thing, so let's not keep trying to make it as plausible as we can. Let's just accept it for what it is. You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, in all fairness, I'll call like a Marvel film, because like the Endgame, they did it, where they basically went into, like, they had an entire scene dedicated to how much like rubbish Back to the Future and Terminator is, because like I say, obviously they're playing on their own heels by saying we know what time travel is, this is what it is, all the movies get it wrong sort of thing. But it's just like, I don't understand why everything has to be like, oh, let's get really technical, and it's not a real thing. It's all well and good if you've got a good enough story behind it, but none of the Terminator films have got that great a story behind it.
Hot tub time machine all the way.
Yeah, you could say it again, but they're like making fun of it, and I think it works because they are making fun of it. And it's kind of like it works, whereas Terminator seems to want to take itself so seriously. And it's just like, no, stop doing it. I would happily live a very long and happy life if I didn't get to see another Terminator film. Because I just know they're probably not going to get it on the mark. But, that's just me.
Well, I've been Stephen Monkey Mason. This has been Running Man Revisited with Carl. I don't know what are we doing next. What's our next solo one away from Paul Ray?
I don't know. I don't think we've actually had a proper talk. I think most of our films have been kind of on whims at the moment.
Well, we've mainly been doing... Well, we started off with Seagal, didn't we? Then we've moved towards...
Yeah.
We've had a couple of Stallones, and now we've had a couple of Swartzies.
I mean, you won't want to do any Van Damme, because you probably Van Dammed out. You're probably tapping out of Van Damme films right now.
I've done... I mean, I turned around the other day and I did Hard Target, because it looked at us on the shelf.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, mate, I am up for revisiting anything. I think I would like to revisit Speed and stuff like that.
But I think, just for the same type of theme and the same type of film, I mean, if you're down and if you can find them, best of the best for me. I mean, you've got Eric Roberts, who is kind of the almost action hero star. You kind of had a few on his own, didn't quite make the mark, and obviously you've got Chris Penn, which I feel like he does quite a great job in those sort of films as a comedic role. And then you got Darth Vader himself, you know, you got Earl Jones, so it's like, I don't know what more you want out of an all-American team.
Well, once
take on brutal Koreans.
well, I'll keep an eye on that one at work, because a box set comes in, but I'll wait till it's in like an offer, and I'll definitely grab that.
Yeah.
But no, I would like to definitely want to do Daylight. Stallone.
Don't know, yeah, I could do Daylight. That's a doable one. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, if I've got it, you know, I'm down. You know, a lot of these films are like reaching an age level now where a lot of them I haven't seen for a long time. So to me, like I said, like with this, I quite enjoyed watching this in this kind of format, because not only am I revisiting it and I'm remembering stuff again, there's obviously the information that you've got, and then also like the opinions as well. So to be honest with you, most of these films I haven't seen for a while, so I feel like it's not a bad way to revisit them. So,
well, what we'll do is as well, Hard Rain is another one we definitely need to do.
Yeah, Hard Rain, I might not have seen it, I'll be honest with you. I have no memory of it whatsoever.
Oh, I like Hard Rain.
That could be something that we could definitely do. I don't mean I don't own it either, so I'd have to find it, so you'll have to give it this.
Oh yeah, I don't have it on Blu-ray, so I might have to be buying that one. Right, well, thanks for listening, everyone. As I say, we'll be back with Summit, probably Daylight by the looks of it, but we'll next be back with Paul Ray for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And thanks for listening. Goodbye for now.